You're listening to Chillworthy,
a podcast where two best friends discuss mysteries, murders, and anything in between for your enjoyment.
So if you're ready to hear some chilling and unsettling cases, you're in the right place. Happy listening.
Hi.
Oh.
Everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to our podcast, Chillworthy, with Brent and Talia.
Heyo. I thought I was going to make the introduction.
I did as well, but then you weren't, so then I thought, I guess I better. Here I go.
So. Hi, chillers. Little public service announcement. Just wanted to let you know that we did get extra chatty this episode, and so I would not expect to hear anything. I would not expect to hear anything of relevance till about 28 minutes in.
We got in the weeds. I got in the weeds.
Just so you know.
Surprise, surprise.
So, all right. Having said that, please enjoy the show.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. I
Great.
feel tired today.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, but all of a sudden I do. Who the hell knows? It's hot as hell out.
Yeah, I hate it.
I mean, we had a nice run of pretty nice weather the last few days.
Yeah, I guess compared to all the rain, but...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about all the rain. Which I'm pretty sure this coming week is like all rain. Something like that.
Well, I don't like it.
Of course not. What have you been up to? Any reading? Any new fish friends?
No. That aquarium needs to be cleaned. Number one.
It's very lush, like a
Yeah, it's lush, but it's overly lush.
Wow.
Joe!
Bless.
Thank you.
He.
No, I have not been reading. I do have a new project I'd like to tell the chillers about.
Please do.
I really hope someone is interested.
I think many will be.
Well, I hope so.
I think many will be delighted.
I don't want to take that for take that as a for sure
for
thing.
Granted.
Okay.
I think it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to make assumptions.
Right.
Yes. So I created, and I think I might have mentioned this like months and months and months ago, like sort of in passing, but I created my own oracle deck. My own 82 card oracle deck.
Now, riddle me / us this. What is typical of an oracle deck? Literally anything goes? Like the
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no typical. That's the
beauty of it.
Right. It's like the opposite of tarot. Mm-hmm. You know, tarot follows a very strict structure. Oracle cards can be literally whatever you want, however many you want. They can mean anything or nothing.
Okay, now next question. Why 80?
Well, could I tell them, though, what it actually is
yes,
first?
But don't yet.
What?
Why, though, 82?
Just because I liked it.
The number. So upon creating this, you were like, I want to do 82 cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, shit.
I knew
right.
every tarot deck has 78.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't want... There are oracle decks out there that are like 20, 30 cards. And I'm like, no. I still want it to be super intricate with like all these different cards. And I don't know. I just was like, I think I actually want a few more than tarot. But I knew I couldn't get it too many cards or you wouldn't be able to shuffle them correctly.
Right.
So I settled on 82.
Okay. Thank you for explaining.
Of course. So the deck is called the Rainfall and Reverie Oracle Deck. You can now find it on TikTok under Brent Aaron on TikTok. So I just devoted my TikTok, which I never made videos before, so it wasn't that hard to devote it to that. But so now I started doing card spotlights. I've been introducing the cards to everybody. I just did my first pick a card reading, things like that. So that's what I'm doing, and any of the chillers that have TikTok, I would be completely delighted if you would just follow that account, because it would be just nice to see. It would be nice to see some followers on there. You don't have to pick a card if you don't want to. So yeah, it's a nature-based oracle deck, and it was a very fun project, and I'm selling them sporadically at the moment, and I have a bunch of cards on their way so that I can start selling them at like local shops or maybe at local craft fairs and things like that. And certainly, if anybody wants to buy one from me, you just send Chillworthy an email and I will be sure.
Or the TikTok.
Right, of course. Either one. Yeah. I'll be sure to put you on the waiting list because they're going to take, like, they're coming by sea, everyone. So it's going to take a while. Right, barge, yes. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Very nice.
Do you have any other questions as a lay person?
Oh, my God. No.
All right. Fine.
I don't.
What about you?
I feel so dozy, and I never feel like this. Maybe you drugged me downstairs.
Yeah.
I just feel like I just
Not
woke
when
up.
it's your turn to present. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste the pills.
True. Oh, my gosh. I don't know why I feel like this.
Yeah, well, you better wake up, girlfriend.
I know. All right. Yeah, I was reading quite a bit. And
Talk about dozy. Start.
What'd you say? Are you implying me talking about books will put you to sleep?
Probably.
Fine. Okay. Since we discussed... Well, no, I guess really what I should say is since we met last, I finished The Color Purple.
Oh, yeah.
Very fascinating read. Like, I had a very different image in my head of what that was going to be about. It was fantastic. The author, Alice Walker, she is brilliant. And the way that she wrote this book, it's in letter form. And it really highlights between two characters, like their difference in like just how they have sort of survived in the world and what life looks like to both of them and the areas that they grew into being an adult and like the experiences that they've had. It was insane. It was so well done. I gave it 4 stars. I also started Sandwich, which I think I talked about it a few episodes ago. It's just about like a family who goes to the beach for a week at this beach house. They've been doing it for years, but a lot of like interesting themes come up. It's sad, but not like terribly sad.
Sounds like every book you've ever read, so
right.
I couldn't say if I've heard about it before.
Yeah, it was very good. I gave it 4 stars as well. I also...
So you're saying there's not a murder or something? Not
so far, no.
They just go to the beach is what you're reading about?
Correct. Okay. Well, I finished, as I said.
Well, you said not so far, so what do you mean? Like,
and all the books I'm
none of
gonna
the
read.
family members died, like, by falling off a cliff or...
Correct, but I mean, like, just in these 2. I have not read any murders.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I read a graphic novel by Kristen Radke, I believe is how you say it. It's called Seek You, and it's a journey through American loneliness. It was, good, very heavy read. So the author just goes through basically loneliness and contributing factors, how different things in society going back to, I honestly don't remember, possibly the 50s, to like now, and different like factors that play a part in people's loneliness, what home life, childhood, so many different things that play. Very fascinating, but definitely a darker kind of book.
Okay.
Then I read Mad Woman by Chelsea Becker. I don't think Becker, but I'm not sure. Oh my God, this book was fantastic. I gave it 4 stars.
4 stars.
Major trigger warning for people. It is heavy with domestic violence. Heavy. And I just feel like it is so well done by the author. There's no way she is not writing from experience. It's fiction. It's a novel, but Oh my God, it was so well done. Fantastic.
And what the hell is this called?
Mad Woman. So
it's supposed to be a thriller? Or it's not a thriller, it's just a sad, disturbing book.
Look that up. I don't think thriller, but it has hold on. Fiction, mystery, thriller, contemporary, literary fiction.
Okay.
And suspense are the categories. I did guess 3 things, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It literally was just fun that way because it was such a fantastic freaking book. So, highly recommend.
All right.
I am currently reading Jaws. I told you that I was going to be starting it.
Yeah.
Leading up to July 4th, which actually we have to talk about that as well. Not very far. I'm at like 25%, I'd say. Very good, very fascinating with the differences between the book and the movie, which, real quick, I didn't mention this, the author is Peter Benchley. And I had told you that my mom got me the 50th anniversary edition. Right. So in that, the wife
I believe that's when I was being you and you were being
Yes,
me.
I do believe you're correct.
Mm-hmm.
So his wife, the author's wife, gives the foreword in this. She is still living. He is deceased. Then it gives the introduction of the original, like, printing of this book by the author. And, like, just when I said about the differences between the book and the movie. So one part I wanted to read that I just got so sucked into this. Okay, so he's talking about in his intro, because the movie was made very quickly after the publishing of the book. Like, there wasn't a big gap in between, which is, like, not terribly, I feel like, common.
No,
adaptations.
A hot seller.
Right. And even that, like I was saying to Ashley, I just think it's so fascinating that sharks are now more popular, but he talks about this in the intro too, how, like, they really weren't then, though. And for this book to have taken off like it did, and then the movie, no less. Well, actually, let me read this first. So,
please.
So the very end of the intro by the author originally, he goes, I had never written a screenplay, but I had asked for and been given permission to write the first couple of drafts of Jaws, the movie. At our first meeting, after an exchange of pleasantries, Richard Zanuck said to me, I'm paraphrasing here, this picture is going to be an A to Z adventure story, a straight line. So we want you to take out all the romance stuff, all the mafia stuff, all the stuff that'll just be distracting. You who have never read Jaws, you who have only seen the movie, I can see you frowning. I can hear you saying to yourself, romance, mafia.
Gross.
What is he talking about? Where's all that stuff? Read on, please, and discover for yourselves. Oh my God, that hit me. Like, and I literally was saying those things to myself. Like, the movie does not have anything with romance, nothing with the mafia. So I'm saying all this to Ashley one night, and I said, this is a family movie. I told you this the other day.
Yes.
And she's like...
And I was absolutely blown. Like, that blew my socks off.
So was she. She just, like, looked over at me and she's like, Jaws is not a family movie. I said, it surely is. That is always how I've thought of it.
A feel-good family film.
Oh, my God. So then, like I said, like, she and I were talking about it, and I said, you know, between the book being as popular as it was when it was, then it's like when you think of the movie and that it didn't have those themes in it of romance, which typically are what people like to see. Like, that does boost popularity of movies.
Does it?
Romance?
Ugh,
I think it
gross.
does. Okay. I mean, I agree with you, but yes. And then the mafia, I feel like that was around, like, Godfather time, which, like, that was a huge hit. So, like, the fact that Jaws didn't have any of that movie-wise, and it was still such a successful movie, I think is just wild. It's just incredible. Anyway.
Well,
all right.
I told you that when I was at the beach,
that's what I was about to get to next.
For me or you?
You, because we still haven't discussed it. I wanted to save it for the podcast.
Yeah, well, I did watch it because, you know, part of the Oracle cards is that I was taking them to the beach because there's a shop down there that was, you know, kind of like introducing the audience to them and stuff. So I took them and personally delivered them. But I was there for a few days. And
when in Rome, you thought.
Well, yeah, it was the 50th anniversary. I was there by myself. So I was like, all right, show me. Of course, I've seen it multiple times before, have always been very uncomfortable with it, and that theme absolutely remained. I tried to, like, take myself out of it as much as I could, so I was, like, looking at the trivia and, like, the goofs and things. And I will say there were things I was seeing where it was saying it was either the writer or the director of the movie.
Steven Spielberg.
One of those
Steven Spielberg movies. I know you don't like that.
I think that's the dumbest joke the Golden Girls ever did.
Hysterical. I love
hate it. It was either the writer of the book or the maker of the movie. I don't remember who, but somebody made a comment that said they regret doing this because of how bad the rap got on sharks.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was nice.
The author talks about that in the intro as well. I agree with you. Very
and
nice.
I mean, I can't necessarily say, I don't think that shark, he doesn't strike me as a villain. Like,
supposed to.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He just still seems like an animal to me that's hungry as shit and scary as hell. So I said to you, I had visceral reactions whenever that shark would pop out of the water. Not because it was like a jump scare, but because of how absolutely primal my fear is on that creature. Disgusting. I think that that Quint man is a total bastard.
Well, and fun fact, which I know I said this to you the other day, like, I think what just helped with his role in that movie is he was literally drunk in real life throughout the filming of it. So I just think it added to that character, as sad as that whole thing is. But
and I feel like people probably, root for the police chief, but, like, I still think, the way he let that bastard of a mayor bully him into keeping the beaches open, just because, like, whatever. I don't go for it.
You would enjoy that, at least so far in the book where I've read, like, he has a stronger backbone in the book than in the movie, and he tries to fight harder and is more oppositional, but there's, like, other factors that, like, really just prevent him from doing so. But, like, he definitely puts
Mafia.
up a bigger fight. I shall not say.
I feel like, in the movie at least, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, if you don't want to directly go against the mayor's orders, please, that at least then have it be like a whistleblower, like an anonymous letter to a bigger authority than you, to be like, there's a problem here, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, there also is kind of this other side of that when this issue is starting out in the book, I mean, of, like, writers, like newspaper writers that play a part as well with kind of like the whistleblowing bit that you're talking about, but also like the complete controversy and like cover up that's going on. So they definitely, like in every book adaptation for a movie, there's like so much more to the book. Of course. There's, speaking of that, also I said to you the other day, just the Alex scene is handled very differently in the book. They don't show any of that, or obviously it's a book, but like something happens, there's one possible witness, other than that no one sees what happened. So like they're looking at it as like he's kind of a missing person, they're kind of waiting to see if a body shows up. Like all they have,
like, it's not obvious that he was killed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm enjoying it. It's very, very good. It's better than I was expecting it was going to be. So stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Definitely thus far better experience than Jurassic Park was.
That makes me very sad.
I know. And speaking of that, we have to tell the chillers we saw the new one.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't blown away.
Same. I think I disliked it more than you did. Neither of us were thrilled, though. But
what's insane, though, is when we're sitting in there, you were making all of these positive comments. You're like, oh my god, whoa.
I wouldn't say those were positive. It had a lot of jump scare reactions that worked on me.
You're like, oh shit.
I was covering my eyes, like my distance eye cover that I do in horror movies. I was doing that. I jumped multiple times. But it doesn't, like, yeah, that's great from a horror movie perspective, but like what I wanted it to be, like all with the others, how the others all resonated with me, even the ones I didn't really like that much, nothing like this. This was just...
They were mutants.
Oh, yeah.
They were mutated.
Yeah. And you know I love my velociraptors, and they barely made a splash in this, which I think is just better for them. And what splash they did was not positive, so at least it was brief and fleeting. Okay. I also started, remember that book that I bought when we went to the bookstore recently-ish, and I was like obsessed with the premise of it, the hyper canes.
The who? Oh, yes. I thought they were mega canes.
Jesus, you're right. That's why you didn't know what I was saying. It is. Well, I stopped reading it. So I started it. I forget when. I only got to 40%, but then I stopped so I could start Jaws. So I have to go back to it. But I started it when it was like super rainy, and this is called All the Water in the World by Aaron Caffel. I'm not sure.
Aaron.
Well, it's Eiren. Iron, like siren?
I don't know.
I don't know. So
you know what I do know, though? We're at 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, we have more to talk about.
Well,
all right. And lastly, I'm currently reading, I'm at 65%, Rare Birds by Jeff Miller. It's about a little boy. He's 12. His mother has like major cardiac issues that are going on through, like for as long as he can remember, basically. His father passed away. It's just him and his mom, no other siblings. And they have moved like all over the country over the years to try to get her like help at different clinics throughout the U.S. And they just like landed in Miami, Florida. And no, I'm sorry, not Miami, Florida. I think it's Sugarland is the town. And there's a major like bird theme in it that's fantastic that I'm enjoying. Kind of like a coming of age vibe, you know?
I do.
And yeah.
Once again, not my speed.
No, my gosh, you would not like
coming
this book
of
at all.
age. Hell no.
Those are some of my faves. So it's fine so far. I'm enjoying it. It's not like the best thing I've ever read, but I'm like definitely going to continue and finish it.
Well, I would hope you would.
Right. So that's it.
Okay. Well.
All right.
That's all the time we've got.
No,
for
it's
today.
not actually. What are you happy for? What are you grateful for? What do you find soul soothing?
Well, I saw this article today, and I was going to say, because I think this is very nice news to hear.
Okay.
This happened in South Carolina, and apparently there was an endangered bird that's native there, and he's been endangered for a long time, and this is the first time since the 1970s that the bird has returned to the state of South Carolina.
That's wild.
And he is called the red-cockaded woodpecker.
A woodpecker?
So their population was like really, really dwindling for years, but there was recent recovery efforts, which were like about like land protection and habitat management, and they proved successful. So they are now back there, living in the States.
Thriving.
So I mean, well, not thriving yet, but they have reemerged, which is fantastic.
Hell yeah.
So
I am obsessed with woodpeckers. They're absolutely one of my favorite. Probably, are they my favorite bird? Let me think about other birds here. Well, I love sandpipers. I'd say top 3, they're up there. And ever since I was a little girl, I remember we had one in our neighborhood. Oh my God, I loved the sound. Just yesterday, walking around outside, heard one. I just love that sound. I think they're magical.
what's yours?
What?
Your thing that you're happy about?
So this morning, Ashley put on this like little mini documentary about Golden Girls. It was on Tubi, if anyone's interested in watching. It had a lot of the same stuff that we've like always seen.
What else can they say?
Exactly. But they had like Estelle Getty's son. God love him, so freaking cute. I don't remember ever seeing him or like hearing about him. He was precious. He had a t-shirt on for it that was like her face, and it said "Picture it, Sicily." It was so free. I know, and he was just a joy. And they had different people. Like there's a podcast that I feel like we haven't discussed on here, but we've discussed it among ourselves. I don't know if you've ever listened. I haven't. I think
I wish they would let us guest star.
Out on the Lanai.
Yeah, those people,
the
right?
guys. Yeah. So one of them, I was like, Ashley was watching it, but I was in and out of the room as she was watching it, so I didn't see everything. But there was a drag queen on that was giving, their interpretation of different things with the show. And
right.
One of the topics was like, for its time, how insanely popular Golden Girls was, and like not necessarily at a time where you would have thought it would do well, and as well as it did with the different topics and themes.
Very progressive.
Exactly. And they were saying how, it was such like a pillar basically in the LGBTQ community, because chosen family was such a theme of the show, which is such a theme in the LGBTQ community and like so important. And I just loved that. And I'm just grateful that show existed when it did, where some people, depending on like how isolated they felt or like the loneliness that they felt, and like if that is literally the only way that they could connect for a time, especially like by themselves in their own house or hopefully wherever that they had a safe space, I feel like this show also exists as a safe space. And I just love how they were also talking about how, like, I didn't realize that Golden Girls was syndicated before it even went off the air. Like, it started syndication in 1989 and it is still continuing. I mean, it never ever lapsed. And I think that's absolutely heartwarming. I think it's
the best
beautiful.
show ever created. And I'm not joking.
I mean, I agree. I know you're not, and I agree.
It's a piece of art.
Oh my gosh,
and
yes.
That's that.
Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say to you. So do you know, I started to say this to you when I first got here today, but I wanted to save it for here. It also said in this that Rue McClanahan, after Gigi's, went on to star in Wicked for a brief time on Broadway.
I did, yeah.
You knew that. I did not. So, not that I'll know whatever you say, but who as who? Like, who was she? What was
Madame Morrible.
Who's that? Is that like a...
She was a teacher at the school that they went to.
Uh-huh. Is it like a likable character?
No.
Oh, shit, really? Yeah, like villain.
Kind of likable, but then not.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like that cutie little woman in pink and hairy. Putter. That one?
I wouldn't say she was ever likable.
Yeah, you're right. She
so
was
no.
Nasty little thing, but we didn't realize just how nasty. But, I mean, I suppose when you first saw her, I guess is what I'm talking about. She was cutie, but then you very quickly realized.
Yeah, that's not this.
Me.
So, all right, well, good job.
For what?
With, really putting that into words.
Thank you.
Delicately, beautifully, poetically.
Thank you.
So now that we're at 27 minutes, how about you tell us why we're here today?
Absolutely, I shall. And my topics are almost always shorter than yours. So, I think it's all going to work out because the topic, like, it doesn't matter that we just did all this for, a freaking hour because...
It'll come out in the wash.
Absolutely.
All right, how about you tell us?
I gotta put my hair up. Hold on 1 minute. So, my topic today is Champ. He, or she, is the sea monster who lives in Lake Champlain.
Oh, all right. I mean, maybe a cousin to the Loch Ness Monster, in a way.
Are you being funny?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I'm sure in the cryptid world it would be considered a cousin, another sea serpent.
I'm going to get to that in terms of dinosaur world because there's some theories, of course, that it's a plesiosaurus, which I think,
Better than a mosasaurus. Gross.
Well, but that then, which I'm not going to get into this right now, but do you know what a zeuglodon is? Because I never heard of that.
I sure don't.
Okay. It's an apex predator. I'll get to this. Okay. All right. So, for those of you who are not familiar with, I guess, New England.
Sure.
Areas. Lake Champlain, which is where Champ or Champy lives, is 125 mile long. I did not know that it was that big. It's freshwater shared by New York and Vermont, with a little portion extending slightly into Canada, Quebec.
Oh.
Yeah. So it has drawn a ton of tourism into Burlington, Vermont specifically, and then Plattsburgh, New York. Those are the two areas that...
Now, Burlington, Vermont, isn't that where Mara Murray was talking about going? Because I could have sworn I said that and you said it's a lovely area.
Well, I said that because we've been there.
Right. Well, no, not because you were there with Mara. I'm just saying, like, I think that's where she was looking to go before she disappeared.
Which is
anyway.
why it would have come up. I see what you're saying. Yes. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So there have been over 300 reported sightings of Champ.
E.
Yeah. Let's call.
Well, which are you going with?
I guess Champy. I mean, that's what I would like to call them.
I think so.
I think it's very endearing and just
right.
that
Okay.
sweet angel, and you know it.
I haven't even heard about him yet.
Yeah. Well, just automatic.
What if he's a muck monster?
He's not.
Fine.
All right. So the first sighting was in 1819. And it just became a regional icon at that point, which, like I said, then promoted tourism. Champy's namesake / Lake Champlain's namesake is Samuel de Champlain. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Samuel Jackson. I don't know, man.
That he supposedly was the first to see Champy.
Oh, okay.
But it was misleading because based off what he said, it was like the characteristics that he described in one of his journals, it was not anything besides a long-nosed gar, which, hold on, I'll show to you.
Ugh, like an alligator gar.
Nah, well, I guess you could say that
I've seen pictures of those beneath the surface, and that's chill-worthy, I'll tell you that.
I was thinking more, hold on, I'm finding it. No. Just like a long-nosed, large fish.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Basically, but they're big.
Eel.
They're big sometimes, like big.
Yeah. Big-O's.
Yes.
All right. Well.
But okay.
Yeah.
So he was mistaken.
Hold on. I have to go back to that part in my notes. Yes. So he was mistaken. So what you're talking about, there are varieties of this in terms of like size. Like he was saying that it was a serpent and it was thick as a barrel, had a head like a horse.
Oh my god, that's disgusting already.
Yeah.
Scary.
I agree.
That thing just looking at you from under the water, abso-freaking-lutely not.
Yeah, not great. I mean, jarring, I would think.
Yeah, I would say anyway.
Yeah. So varies in length, with the largest being 8 or 10 feet long. He was saying that he saw some 5 feet long, which were as large as his thigh, the head being as big as his 2 fists, the snout was 2.5 feet long, and that it had a double row of very sharp and dangerous teeth. He compared it to a pikefish. He claimed that it had scales so strong that a dagger could not pierce them.
And did he try to pierce them, or that's just
I suppose somebody
him
did.
being poetic? He was 10 feet if he was a mile.
Okay, so in 1819, there was a report entitled Cape Ann Serpent on Lake Champlain. A Captain Crumb reported the sighting.
I know of Captain Crunch.
An
Any relation?
an enormous serpentine monster. He estimated the monster to be 187 feet long. And
That's a specific estimate.
I know. And how do you eat, like, I don't know, man. And that it was approximately 200 yards away from him. So I'm very bad with yards. I don't know if you're better, but I looked it up just to give you. Well, first I looked up an American football field, and then I thought, are you going to appreciate though that distance, like to under, like
Absolutely not.
right? So an American football field is 120 yards. I figured this you would be better with. An Olympic-sized pool.
A pool
Is 54.68 yards.
So 4 of those,
Correct.
basically.
Correct.
Well, that's a long way away, sir.
Exactly. So, despite the great distance, he claimed to have witnessed it being that 2 sturgeons and a billfish were following it. And he was able to see that it had 3 teeth and eyes the color of peeled onions. Gag me.
What, this man is like, that has the vision of a hawk?
I thought you were going to say a hog. And that it had a belt of red around its neck and a white star on its forehead. Captain Crumb is a goon, let's just say. All right.
I think he's telling stories. In my opinion, but whatever.
Right. In 1883, Sheriff Nathan Mooney claimed he had seen a water serpent about 20 rods, which that means 110 approximate yards, which is a slight, 10-yard difference from an American football field. Well, really, I should say 2 pools.
Yeah. Slightly better.
Right.
Oh, well, I was thinking back to the Crumb Man. Mm-hmm.
Captain Crumb.
Unless he had a telescope he was looking at. I don't know.
That good. Well, if he's seeing shit this closely, which this next dude...
I mean, when he's talking about birthmarks and stuff.
Well, Sheriff Mooney here said that he could see round white spots inside its mouth.
Get the hell out of here. They have to be...
nuts.
They have to be looking through something. I mean...
This creature appeared to be 25 to 30 feet in length, and his sighting led to many more alleged eyewitnesses coming forward with their own accounts of seeing Champy. Now, this you're not going to like at all. In 1883 and 1887, P.T. Barnum of Barnum and Bailey.
Oh.
I was waiting for it to click. He was offering rewards for people.
I bet he was.
To bring him.
I bet he was.
The sea monster. So.
F off. And I'm for real. Freaking Barnum and Bailey.
Okay, so...
I'm angry.
Yeah, I know. As you should.
They're horrible.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing. So, no, I feel like we personally talked about this before, but I don't know if we ever did on here, but I feel like we did. You have been to a circus when you were little.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
My mom took me, and my God, I feel like I was 5, 6 at the most. We never went back. I dare say I liked it.
You dare say that?
I dare say I did.
As a child, if you see an animal, or not even an animal, I guess, it could, acrobats.
There were bears. There sure were, man.
But, of course you're going to be like, wow, because you don't understand the obscene nature of it. Oh. I remember going as well, and I remember seeing the...
Lions.
No. The protesters.
Shit, you
out
remember
there.
that. I don't.
So, but no, that is completely, I mean, we do so much horrible things to so many animals in so many different venues, but when it just gets down to just purely for entertainment reasons, good God. But
I know.
That's it.
I know, man. I also remember the elephants.
Oh, I remember them too.
And they did have a sad vibe to me even then. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Right.
Okay, we got to get off this topic.
All right, I want to show this to you, though, because I'm going to be talking about it. So this is called the Mancy photograph, of Champy. So in 1977, Sandra Mancy took this picture. She was on vacation with her family, and it appears that Champy has his head out of Lake Champlain.
Okay.
Now, the entire lake is no deeper than 14 feet.
Okay, deep enough for me.
Yeah. Right. But if it's... Okay. So it's just interesting, that's pretty shallow.
I'm bringing it up on my computer so I can see the picture better. Yeah, okay.
So it just seems unlikely, forget about being able to hide out in this water, but to just comfortably swim, you'd find it possibly.
He looks like he's got a cutie little head like a brontosaurus.
Hell yeah.
Not like an alligator gar.
No.
Just so we all get the picture.
More
literally
like a
here.
plesiosaurus. Yeah.
Yeah, a cute little brontosaurus out for a swim.
Yes.
Littlefoot. Yeah. Oh my god, I have on my shirt.
I was gonna say.
Talia's wearing the Land Before Time shirt today.
Ashley got it for me. Yes. Has them all on here. We talked about earlier.
I'm actually surprised that it has Chomper on there.
Chomper.
Because he appeared later on. He wasn't in the first movie.
They are very inclusive on this shirt.
I'm just saying, he wasn't in the original. Anyway.
Got the eye, man.
I know I do.
So there were 2 investigators who came out. I'm not sure where they were from or in terms of, I don't know who they were affiliated with, but one was Joe Nickel and one was Benjamin Radford. And they went out and they met with Sandra. And she looks like a cutie pie, and everyone looks jovial in the photo that I found of the 3 of them. But the one investigator, Joe, did not find any of this to be probable. Now, look again at the photo that you brought up. He was saying that he thinks it was either a rising tree trunk coming out of the water or a log that got like lodged in there at a weird angle.
It's a pretty damn weird angle.
I was gonna say, it's so rubbery, like soft. You know what I'm saying? Like there aren't sharp angles to it, so I don't know about that. So there was a book. Hold on. So there's a book called The Untold Story of Champ by Robert E. Bartholomew, and he goes into like a deep dive. And this photo that Sandra took was sent to Philip Raines, who was a nautical expert at the State University of New York at Plattsburgh, which is, you know, the town.
A nautical expert.
So he could examine the photo and then hopefully, you know, authenticate it. And there were two vital elements of this picture that Sandra, not that she was like trying to be difficult, but like she just didn't have the information and it didn't make her look very credible.
Okay.
So they couldn't verify it because she claims she threw away the negative.
Oh, for God's sake.
Which, you know.
Does she work for the police department? Ridiculous.
Now, to be fair, though, 1977, well, forget 1977, us growing up, like, we didn't, I remember we kept the negatives, but I don't remember us ever going through them, like...
No, but you also weren't taking pictures of sea monsters. I mean, it's a little different when you're
God,
taking a
if
picture
only.
of your dog in the backyard versus a freaking dinosaur. Like, you might be a little more careful. Like, hey, I have this really cool negative I just developed of a sea monster. We don't need this anymore. Like, come on. And there's really nothing for scale either.
So funny that you say that. Basically, yes. That's, okay, which is going to lead me to another thing that, okay. All right. So she threw away the negative, and then the other thing is she couldn't quite say where she was when she took the photo.
Of course.
So Sandra kind of got, not that Sandra got blown to bits, but Sandra's story got blown to bits. So, you know, without
I'm still not saying she was faking anything. I'm just saying...
I don't think she was setting this up like, here, let's do this. Let's get investigators out here. Let's say it's Champy. I think she probably saw some malarkey and ran with it. And then I don't think she's like a schemer.
Right.
Yeah. So they were just completely unable to authenticate it. It was just impossible to determine. Also, I didn't realize this, without the negative, there was no way to magnify it. So they couldn't like enlarge it. They couldn't like be able to see more detail. And they also doubted that it was even taken in Lake Champlain.
Oh.
I know.
What a freaking
I know.
bunch of bullshit.
So he raised many, you know, potential red flags that he detailed in his book. Okay, so now in 2005...
I'm sorry, can I say something quick?
Absolutely, I welcome it.
Just because...
Oh, did I say something inappropriate?
No, just because of underneath the photo that I was looking at.
Oh, I hope you're not about to say the next thing I'm going to say.
Well, you just skipped time. I'm talking about, this is what you were just talking about, but now you just jumped ahead in years.
Are you back with Sandra in the 70s?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I just noticed that it said here, they're talking about the missing negative, and it said that there was a discrepancy over what happened to it. So Sandra said they threw it away, something they did with all the negatives of pictures they took, but her husband, talking to this investigator alone, had said that they buried or burned it because the experience that they had was so fearful. So...
I think he just sunk the story even deeper.
Well, I'm just saying, because then this guy goes on to say, besides contradicting Sandra's account, if the picture was so distressing as to necessitate burning it or burying the negative, why the hell do you keep the photo pinned up on a bulletin board in your kitchen? So anyway... It's not my case, but I did see that and I wanted to piss it along.
For noting that. But, like, how the hell close were you to this, let's be real, like, tree stump, and you're feigning fear? You know what I'm saying? Nobody once said anything about being on a boat in the water, even if you're near shore. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. They make it sound like this, like this thing was like a ghost captured on picture that you're scared you're bringing home. Like, this is not... Anyway... Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so there was a video taken by fisherman Dick Affolter and his stepson Pete Baudet, summer of 2005. So close examination of the images from this couldn't be interpreted as either like head, neck, basically Sandra's photo, that body region of a plesiosaur-like animal. There's also this thing has an open mouth in one frame, closed mouth in another. There's also speculation whether it was just a fish or an eel. So, 2 retired FBI forensic image analysts reviewed this tape, and they felt that it appeared to be authentic, unmanipulated.
Now, this is a different video, picture.
It's a video.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 2005.
The thing I can't look at yet, you're saying? That one?
Oh, sorry. No, that's another thing.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
okay.
that's I'm most excited for that
Okay.
Okay, so then prior to this video with the 2 men, in 2003, the Fauna Communications Research Institute, which was working as part of like a Discovery Channel program.
Like Flora, Fauna, and Merriweather. They were all very lovely.
Hell yeah. Our dream is to have 3 dogs and name them that, which would involve, I would imagine, like 3 puppies at the same time.
It would involve
I
something
don't think
like that.
So they recorded sounds.
And you also refused to have female dogs.
No, I've lifted that.
That's only then because you were pushed into it.
No.
Well, of course. When you and Ashley got together and her dog came along.
That is correct.
Right.
I would not have entertained
Exactly.
a
You
female dog
refused to
before
have
that.
any female animals in your home.
Correct. That is correct.
Right.
Yes. Yes, and Junie has lifted the ban.
I see.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Yes, all right. Okay.
All right. So, recorded the sounds. Okay, so the sounds were described as being similar to those produced by belugies, which is my language for beluga whale, for anyone who's confused, or dolphins, neither of which are known to live in Lake Champlain.
Correct.
So, fascinating.
Seawater.
So, an article described the recordings, and this article was published to Scientific Literature, and it explained that, quote, the sounds were likely a form of echolocation, despite none of the known native creatures being able to echolocate.
Yeah. Very weird.
Right. Okay. Now, my favorite part.
Mia.
Have you ever heard of the movie and also book Lucy and the Lake Monster?
No.
Okay. So it came out last year, 2024, and it is a story of Luffy.
What does Luffy have to say? I love Luffy.
Oh my god. Do you remember how popular loofahs used to be? Grimy little buggers.
I've been using African net sponges.
African net sponges. One moment, I have to look this up.
They're
and how
all
did
over the tickety talk.
Yeah, oh.
Which, of course, that's 90% of my life is from TikTok at this point.
What are we saying? African sea sponge?
Net sponge.
Net sponge. Hold on now. Do you remember? Now, there was something. Hold on now. Oh, geez, Louise. This thing. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Those things that we would stick our fingers in as children and, like, it would yank us and
a Chinese finger trap?
Yes. That's what this reminds me of.
No, but okay.
Now, how do you know this is sanitary? That thing. Oh, it says quick drying. So
I hang it up every time I'm done with it.
And you like it, I assume, because of the back factor. Like
I like all of it, though, because it foams so good.
What was that black soap you probably still use it,
I
but
do. It's
don't.
in my bathroom right now.
What's it
African black soap.
Oh, that's what it's called? I do. What was that one brand, though? We'll have to discuss this
Duo
later.
soon.
With a nice smell?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that what...
No.
Oh, you don't use that anymore?
Oh, I have some, but I haven't in a long time. But yeah, that smelled so good.
Could I take a whiff of it before I leave
sure.
just to see if I want to order it?
But, you know, back to this.
Yeah, well, right, of course.
Sorry, chillers. Sorry.
You shouldn't have distracted me.
I do try my best to keep things on track.
You do. All right. Now, the movie.
Oh, right.
Which
Luffy.
Luffy. So Lucy and the Lake Monster is a book. They made it into a movie. So it's the story of Lucy, who is an orphan, and she believes in Champ. And she and her grandpa, Papa Jerry, look for him despite, like, being mocked. And I don't know, like, there's, like, other forces, it sounds like, that are within the town, like, trying to, like, dissuade them from bothering. And it doesn't...
What the hell do they care? You know?
Well, they were opposed to this. So
stupid.
Anyone who's interested, I did not watch it, but it is available to watch on Prime for free. In case, like I said, anybody's interested. All right. So, okay, I'll get to that. All right. So, during post-production of the film,
Yeah.
filmmakers were reviewing their drone footage that they took.
Drones.
Right.
Yeah.
And on August 2nd, 2024, they noticed what appeared to be a large creature swimming just below the surface of the water in Bulwaga Bay. The alleged creature is visible in the bottom right portion of the screen.
Bulwaga.
Swimming behind a boat on which the two lead actors of the film were aboard. The boat was 11.8 feet from the tip of the bow to the stern and 50.5 inches. 4.2 feet.
Don't apologize.
At the widest point. The alleged creature appears to be larger than the boat. Now, that's what I sent you that I want you to watch.
Yeah.
You know, it does not take much for me to believe in anything sea monster-esque. Like, I want it to be true so badly.
I want to believe.
Right. That it doesn't have to be much for me to be like, oh my God, absolutely, that's what's going on here. I will say, you see what you think, but I don't think it appears that this creature is larger than the boat. It's quite a distance away from the boat.
So I can click on this now?
Yes. And it's very sad how short it is as well, but they haven't released the whole thing. I think it's a bit of a stretch.
So...
And I hate to say that.
I mean, I will definitely say, like, there is obviously something down there.
But is it like floating vegetation? Is it a school? I don't think it's a school of fish.
No.
It does look to be like a mass of something.
Yes. It looks to me like a whale, but I know it's not, obviously.
Right.
But it reminds me
Very
of like a
slow.
little humpback whale or something. Doesn't look like a brontosaurus by any means.
No.
But, I mean, I'm glad I'm not on that boat. That's all I can say.
I literally had the opposite thought in my head. But also sad because it didn't get anywhere near the boat. So it's, I mean, that's a drag, you know? I mean, I suppose, depending on if you want to...
No, it's not a drag.
Need it or not. Right.
Listen, I'll take Mothman any day.
Are you joking right
No.
now?
I'd rather be driving in a car and see Mothman chasing down the car than being in a boat and seeing little Champy or Busty or
Busty.
Bamboozle coming up behind me.
Bamboozle. All right, so, but this is the thing. Well, two things I want to talk about. One, I found more details that I forgot to mention when we were talking about Barnum and Bailey. Well, really, to be fair, Barnum. So, when I was saying how he had put out the reward.
Yeah.
So, back to that just quickly. So, he had offered $50,000 at the time. Now, let's not forget, 1873.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
$50,000 price for anyone who could bring him, quote, the hide. Of course he wants...
He sounds like Gaston, you know? Sick.
Well, look up a picture of him because he certainly didn't look like him. He looks like a kooky dude. All right.
He didn't look like Gaston.
I had to look up his picture and you'll know what I'm saying.
Barnum, you said?
Yes, P.T. Barnum. He looks like he got electrocuted one night by himself. Well, I guess he doesn't have to be by himself, but he looks kooks magooks.
Oh, yeah, he's not. Doesn't look like Gaston.
No.
No.
Okay, so, quote, the hide of the great Champlain serpent, and he wanted to exhibit it in his World's Fair show in 1873. In 1887, he put up a $20,000 bounty for the sea serpent, dead or alive. He suggested that a search party with boats and Gatling guns be used.
Well, that's like what happened in Jaws.
Yeah, true.
You know, they're all out there.
True.
All be bopping around. That man goes, those people are going to die in that boat. Whenever I forget what that scene was. That was an okay scene.
Oh my God.
And they didn't, that we know of.
No, you're correct. All right, what was I going to say to you now?
They were out there with like harpoons, you said?
Yeah, but I don't have anything else I want to say about that. Okay, so what I'm most interested in here is, like, I did a bit of a deep dive. So cryptozoology, which I'm sure you know what that is. I, of course, did not. Yeah. So it's basically like the search for monsters and mythical creatures.
Hell
and
yeah.
I guess, are we technically cryptozoology?
Are we searching for them? No. Are we out there?
No, but I was going to say, like, me and sea monsters. You and Sasquatch-esque. What do you say?
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot, thank you. That those are something that we're fascinated by. Does that make us? Does that make we a cryptozoologist?
I would say not.
Correct. I agree. I don't think, because we are not.
I just
like
gave
said,
my dog a
out.
pill. I'm not a veterinarian. So.
We don't have to be administering medical aid to Loch Ness.
No, but
I'm
anyway.
just saying. We have an
I think if we would ever get off the couch, maybe we'd be a little bit closer. But as of right now, no.
I have explored many a body of water, man-made and natural.
Yeah, from the shore.
From the shore, correct. Looking for sea monsters. All right. So, two theories are that Champy is a zeuglodon.
I don't know what. I've never even heard of that. So.
Me neither. I didn't either.
Well,
so,
that doesn't shock me.
That's so funny.
Blah.
You're an asp. Well, this might jog your memory because it's also called a basilosaurus.
Of course. No. I know Bulbasaur.
That thing was so hideous. Right? At the end?
The Pokemon?
I thought it was a terrible dinosaur at the
The
end.
D-Rex? And you thought it was called the Bulbasaurus?
Its freaking head was bulbous.
Horrible.
It was
Horrible.
terrible.
You know, I saw a review on it,
Champy.
and they said that I guess it didn't really come across in film like they were supposed to have in the first few drafts of it, but it was supposed to be, because these things on the island were so mutated, they were supposed to make it seem like it was constantly in pain. You know, like, just because it wasn't supposed to exist, it had all those extra, like, limbs and...
It was horrifying.
Right. But it didn't really come off that way. It just kind of came off more like...
Angry
and hungry.
Frustrated.
Hangry.
I can certainly relate to that the majority of the time.
All right, anyway.
All right,
So what are you showing me?
So this is saying that they are an early ancestor of modern whales with a serpentine-like appearance. This is what they look like. Kind of varying in...
Okay.
Yeah, but but please pay attention to that. So that's size-wise what we're looking at in terms of a human to them.
Oh, I thought that was a fin. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the whole body of one.
Right, I thought the human was a little fin on the back.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So
They're okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with those. Ish.
Well, they're an apex predator. So that's the
All right.
only thing that
So's an orca.
But, like, my point is, if this has been going on for centuries, that Lake Champlain has zeuglodons in it, boats would be getting capsized, swimmers would be getting killed. Like, it would...
Well, now, when's the last time we've seen an orca eat a person in the wild? When's the last time we've seen an orca tip over a boat? I mean...
You're right.
Thank you.
You're right.
It's not like Jaws. That's why that's fake, everybody. Sharks aren't...
Jaws.
They are not my favorite, but they're not villains.
Thank you for being fair.
Fair is fair.
Now, this I thought was fascinating. When you think of most likely. So, okay. Where, size-wise, what is your impression of a plesiosaurus? Are we talking brontosaurus big? Where in your head are they size-wise compared to us?
A school bus.
Okay. So...
Well, where are you thinking?
I was thinking like a brontosaurus in the water.
Okay, well, that's big.
Yes, that's what
I'm thinking about half of that, maybe.
Okay. So, this is...
Now, especially in a lake, I don't know, their saltwater cousins may be bigger. Bigger and better.
Right. So, this is what I had originally shown you at the top of the Zeuglodon. And then the bottom picture is a typical plesiosaurus.
What?
That's how small they are.
That's like a puppy.
And that person is 5'9".
Well, that can't be.
So, I was... and
that's like a seal.
The different comments... Well, a big seal. The different comments were like, oh my gosh, I had no idea plesiosaurus, like, is... supposedly, that small. Like, I had a very different image in my head, blah, 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 on and on the comments went. But I just think that makes more sense in terms of an animal being able to hide in 14 feet of water in Lake Champlain that's not that deep in certain spots. And also in terms of being able to swim. I just thought that was interesting. So, real quick, the plesiosaur was an ancient aquatic reptile which likely existed over 200 million years ago in the Triassic period until the Cretaceous period ended with the mass extinction event of dinosaurs, and that was approximately 65 million years ago. The other major discrepancy is all of these reported sightings of Champy describe him or her between 10 to 200 feet long.
Ridiculous.
All across the freaking board. Map, board, both.
Anything.
Yeah.
The moored.
So, the most common and most plausible is probably, just a large fish such as a sturgeon or a gar pike. So there was a New York Times article in 1981, and scientists in that article explained that temperature inversions caused by lake water chilling lower layers of air.
Chillworthy.
Can cause visual distortions called superior mirages, where that's a stick, a shadow, a swimming dog, or other floating objects.
A swimming dog.
In photos,
these people are nuts.
Appear elongated or much larger than, it's not a freaking dinosaur head, it's your dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You didn't like that.
I didn't. I think that's dumb.
All right. So,
the floating branches and stuff, fine, but you're telling me nobody's going to know the difference between their dog swimming up to them and a lake monster? Get the hell out of here.
That they can't recognize the difference, that you have Joe Schmo taking a picture of,
of a collie and thinking it's a velociraptor.
But telling people, this is Champy,
fine.
Meanwhile, it's, Barnaby. That's what I'm saying. Now, this, I think, is just absolutely heartwarming.
I'll be the judge of that.
Just
what is
in case Champy does exist, there are, protection acts in Vermont and New York.
That is absolutely heartwarming.
And I just think it's just...
Mr. Barnum wasn't a part of that.
No. But even the time, so... Vermont was passed in 1982, and then New York passed a similar resolution the following year. So it just very vaguely says that it protects Champy. There's a sign that was erected in New York. Legendary Lake Monster lives here. Over 300 sightings reported since 1819, up to 200 feet long. New York state law protects this regional icon.
Maybe we could go there sometime.
Beautiful to see Champy.
Well, to take a look for him from the shore.
If I see so much as a bubble or think I see a bubble, I will
from
have
the
seen
shoreline.
Champy. Absolutely, I'm telling you. That's that.
They probably have tours for looking for him. I bet they do.
Tours.
They have them for Nessie. I don't see why they wouldn't have them for this little fella.
Good point. You're right. So yeah, that historical marker I think is beautiful.
I agree.
Port Henry specifically in New York declares their waters a safe haven for Champ. That was in 1981.
Ooh.
I'm sure I will sound like a kook for saying this. Wouldn't be the first time.
Never.
But I just think it's absolutely beautiful that as like there's so much skepticism around this and like this has not been able to be proven that Champy is literally protected by law on both sides of the lake.
Yeah.
By 2 different states, like just in case.
What's Canada got to say about all this?
That makes me a little
You
sad.
know they're
Mum's the word.
I was going to say they are way too nice. They are not going to be the ones that try to kill that freaking sea monster, and we all know it.
I know, and you're right.
When you looked at me like that, I thought you were going to say that they have a bounty out on its head. I was like, get out of here. No way Canada would do that.
It's just weird. I didn't go on a deep dive about Canada, but it's odd, like in all this stuff, that nothing came up about them specifically, but that's that. No big deal. So, that's it. What are your thoughts?
Sounds like a sweet local legend, you know?
Oh, legend only, you think? Interesting.
Well, we
choice
can't
of
prove it
words.
otherwise.
I'm not saying we can.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, something like that, again, if I was on land, I wouldn't mind pulling up a seat, maybe getting some binoculars and having a few good looks around.
I thought you were going to say a few brewskis.
Absolutely
That's not like you.
Classless. But yeah, a Cosmo or two, and just, you know,
right.
take in the sights, see what I see. So, what are your thoughts?
I very much believe. I have to.
You want to believe.
Yes, I can't accept that. You know, these things just don't come out of effing nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I was doing this research, the one article had like, my God, like 8 or 9 I don't know what, topics, I guess, related topics. One in China, one in this place, one in that place. Like so many different,
one in
legends.
this and that place.
And, you know, not to speak of I only looked up like 2 others and just very, you know, brief overview, but like just back to Champy alone, how can this have started that many centuries ago? And it's just wild to me, like that this continues with eyewitnesses and like people with these like accounts of not contact, but sightings, I guess I should say. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely story.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't know if I ever...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nothing. Go ahead.
I don't think I ever said this on here. I've definitely said it to you multiple times, but when I was a little girl, and I don't know how old I was when I first found out Nessie was a thing, and my dinosaur obsession was going on, so I think that I was in the right frame of mind for this, and then, introduced like the connection to water. I was even more just fascinated, and then there was this man-made reservoir near where we lived, and at my age then, like everything else when you're little, it seems like enormous. So to me, it was just this huge body of water and
vast.
Yes.
Massive.
Yes. And I remember saying to my mom, like, there could be something like Loch Ness in there. And God love her, I vividly remember her reaction. She didn't bat an eyelash. Is that how that goes? Bat an eye?
Yeah.
Bat an eyelash?
Yeah.
Yeah. She, without missing a beat, so confidently was like, absolutely, that could be in there. And that's all I freaking needed to hear. I was absolutely certain then.
You got on your floaties. Yeah, that creeps me out though.
And yeah, I have been sucked into this like thought since then.
How old were you when you first saw Jurassic Park? Like, or was the dinosaur thing before Jurassic Park?
I feel like the dinosaur thing was probably 4 or 5-ish. I'd have to ask her. Jurassic Park didn't start it. Like, I was already in my dinosaur mode. I think if I hadn't been in my dinosaur mode, Jurassic Park may have scared me. I didn't see it in the theater, but I don't think I did at least. But I'm pretty sure I saw it pretty early on of it coming out.
I remember my dad saying he went to see it. I clearly remember that as a kid.
Yeah.
Being like, because when he said it's about a park where dinosaurs come to life, right? That's what he said when he got home. I think he went by himself, if I'm not mistaken.
I love him.
And I remember in my head, I thought that meant an amusement park where the dinosaur rides came to life. Like, not like real dinosaurs. And I remember thinking about it like that as a horror movie. Maybe they can make that next.
You heard it right here, right now.
Those theme park people are always thinking. Well, you know, what a lovely story you've told.
Thank you.
A lovely story you've woven together. So it was, you know, very nice. Very charming and lighthearted.
I was very excited to tell it.
So,
you know, I didn't know Champy existed.
I believe you.
The thought of Champy until a year ago, I want to say. Ashley told me. I had no clue that was a thing.
Well, wonders never cease.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, everybody, we thank you so much for tuning in today. And we will definitely see you next time. But until then,
stay safe
and stay chill.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. You've just listened to Chillworthy. Thank you for joining us on this latest episode. While we strive to keep our discussions engaging and lighthearted, we also wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the real lives and events that are at the heart of these stories.
We try to approach each topic with a sense of curiosity and respect, fully aware of the impact these events have had on the individuals and their loved ones. Our goal is to honor their memories by keeping their stories alive and shedding light on the mysteries that surround them.
If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe, rate, and leave a review, and don't forget to join us on the next episode of Chillworthy.